The name of the NFL football team that plays in Washington, D.C. is the Washington Redskins. Recently, many people have been critical of the organization because they say this name is racist towards Native Americans. One group that is leading this campaign to change the mascot is the National Congress of American Indians. They are a large organization that represents American Indians all over the United States. The NCAI's official website states that Native American mascots slander, defame, and vilify Native people. Now, the owner of the Washington Redskins is Daniel Snyder. When asked if he would consider changing the name of his team, his response was, quote, "We'll never change the name. It's that simple. Never. You can use caps," end quote. The impact of changing the Redskins mascot would have a very large financial impact on his team. With both sides taking such a strong stance on this issue, it may not be possible for a compromise to be reached. Here today, however, I'm going to talk about a compromise that will put the racial concerns of the NCAI at ease while also minimizing the financial impacts on the Washington Redskins. The main issue that the NCAI has with the use of Indian mascots is that they feel that it has negative psychological effects on Native Americans. They also point to the origins of the word, which was sometimes used to refer literally to the skins of dead Indians, which were presented as proof when collecting bounties in early America. The main defense of the Washington Redskins is a 2004 Annenberg Public Policy poll. This poll found that of almost 800 Native Americans polled, 90% said that they were not offended and were okay with the use of the word Redskins. With such different goals, how can these two organizations reach a compromise? Two things are important to note. First is that the NCAI defers to individual tribes when the mascot being used as a tribal name. Second is that the Redskins logo is not very offensive in nature. One compromise that could be presented is that the Redskins could work together with an individual tribe and rename their team to the name of the tribe while keeping their logo and colors the same. An excellent example of this working in the real world is the Florida State Seminoles and the Seminole tribe. The Seminole tribe works closely with the Florida State University to make sure that American Indians are being represented in the most positive way. The advantages of this deal are that the concerns of the NCAI would be put at ease. They would know that American Indians are being represented positively. The Washington Redskins could keep a lot of their merchandise as long as it didn't have Redskin on it, which would minimize the financial loss somewhat. They might also generate more business in advertising and sponsorship because they would generate a lot of positive public support as a result of being a progressive organization. Maintaining the logo and the colors of the Washington Redskins while changing the name is one way that both sides could benefit on this issue that is getting uglier every day. If these two organizations are able to compromise, it will be one more step towards an America that is willing to accept change while still